here we go. And yeah, it's time for the gym leaders. It's so cold here, it's unreal. I can see my breath inside the house with multiple layers of clothes on. But yeah, Eva's kicking ass right out of the gate. Pin missile is a bug move. It's one of the only decent ones. Super effective against psychics, and she has the speed to really utilise it. Venomoth I thought might be half flying, so I wanted to try that, but she got wounded and confused, so I didn't want to risk losing someone when I already have a big lead in numbers. But now I'm starting to worry with Benji getting one shot, whether that was a good move. Fortunately, Larry's more tanky, and we freeze the bug. She hyper potions, but we're going to get a move in hand probably. We didn't get confused, so we land the second one and finish it off. Nice. So we only have one Pokemon to beat now. Luckily, we don't get killed. We land a confusion on him. Hopefully it holds up. It doesn't, because full heal helps in this generation. But it does allow us to land a hit first, even though we switched in. And a critical on the second means we win. And that was surprisingly easy and quick. So we've beaten all the trainers in here. We've beaten the leader dude, the fighting gym guy. And probably ill again too, turns out. Got 3 days off and I feel shitty, so that's nice timing. I can only really record here at the apartment. There's nowhere to do it at work, but the issue is that it's slightly warmer at work. So now we go for Koga. I always thought he was higher level, but apparently they're about the same. We've healed up. I hate these invisible walls. They do my head in. We're going to lead with Benji this time because a lot of his stuff is bug based, so fire would work. Fortunately, he starts with a coughing, which is annoying because Dig's not going to hit him, I don't think. Jesus Christ, he lands a critical. Now we might get a second hit there, but we can't trust it, so we switch to Joey to be sure. Quick attack, finish him off. Okay, he's only got 4 left, we've only got 5 left. Annoyingly, he's using Minimize, but we fortunately still land the hit. Toxic, we've got maybe a turn or two to fight before we need to get the fuck out of there. But maybe we can save Joey. He's fast when he comes back in with quick attack, you know. Switch him out. We're wounded here. Okay, and a crit. At least we take another Pokemon out with us on our way out. Joey is now 2 wounded. We've got to switch out. He's definitely going to get a move on us. But Mika should be able to finish the job himself, but let's save Mika for his final Pokemon. Never use your big guns too early, in my opinion. Although you do risk deaths every week, guys. Surface very accurate, so that's cool. Ice, I'm hoping for a freeze, and we get one. Hell yeah. Confuse him for good measure. Oh, he's thawed, that's annoying. But he's injuring himself, so now Mika can definitely finish off a half-dead guy, and we're going to be tanking any explosion. And boom, Psychic, super effective, only had to do half health. Owned. We can now surf, and we have Toxic, which is a good ass move. Trying to make sure that Joey doesn't die on the way out, that'd be horrible. But yeah, no deaths here, which is neat. So we can, either go south from here or south from Pallet, but let's visit Mum. Get a heal. Team's looking good. Everyone except Benji is fully evolved. Now this is a new route, so there's a potential new Pokemon here. We don't want to get it in the water. So it turns out, I found out after the fact that a Bulbasaur can be here as well, but then we do technically already had that line. Tragic. That's like an Ultraviolet quirk versus normal Fire Red. Orb's annoying and slowing things down. Bullet Seed's weak, which was deliberate because we don't want to kill the one we're trying to catch, but we're getting there. And yeah, he's into the yellow, so we're doing well. Can probably start chucking stuff at him now. I'm transforming for type resistance, but then of course he bloody poisons me, which is irritating. We can poison him, but we now have a time limit on it counteracts absorption, but if it does more than the absorption, we have a time limit to catch him before he dies. So we're not going to fuck around, we're going to use Ultra Balls. He's breaking free on the first turn, so that's concerning. I feel like I've made definitely a tactical error here. If I switch out to avoid dying of poison, I'll have one less turn to throw stuff at him. So we've really dropped the ball here, but now he's in the red, so we should have had more luck. We're hurt by poison, so is he. He's still hanging in. Can we get him this turn? Come on. Hell yeah. We got a new Pokemon. What are we going to call him? Yeah, because like, I think I fucked that up. I think I meant to go for like Angela, but with a T, you know, like Tangela. It's already called Tangela though, so it's like pretty fucking lazy. But I think I fucked up and missed the A. So what else can we get that's new? Check on our bird again. Such an ongoing subplot. Trying to work out what level he is. This is how much they've grown. It really should just show you what level they were going in, or, you know, to actually tell you. It's easy to forget. I wonder if he tells you actually if you level someone to 100 in the daycare, whether it actually bothers to tell you or not. That's a good point. You can still see my breath. This sucks. Who's going home? So originally I didn't want Larry and Gyarados, but I believe we had a death, right? That's where we left it. No, we didn't. We still have Haunter. Why did I bench Haunter then? Interesting. Oh, I think it's because he had... Yeah, no, it's because Haunter was weak, right? Yeah, so here you go. So what I'm doing here is I've decided I have too many Pokemon for the difficulty, right? So I'm working out... Like, I'm only allowed one Snorlax because they're still a dupe, even though they're event Pokemon. And, yeah, stuff like that, you know? Putting the Safari Stones together. It's time to have a big sort out. And yeah, I moved Hitmonlee because you should only really have one of the two fighting dudes, you know? Right, so we can check in on Jading. He's 35. We want to reorder his moves because the way the move learning thing works is it replaces the bottom... Well, it replaces the top move because it goes in at the bottom slot and shifts everything up one. So like Swords Dance, we don't want it, we put it at the top. So I'm trying to make sure he doesn't lose all his good moves while we're leveling him to get the move we really want. If that makes sense. Fury Cut is interesting, another potentially decent bug move, which is quite rare. Should be good for Psychics. But then Dark is also good for Psychic. That's the trouble with adding Dark. They had too many types over the years, you know, and it starts to make certain types like, oh, this type's good against this type, but so is this. It makes everything less unique and necessary. And you can only field 6 anyways, so you don't really benefit from all these types. You just have more vulnerabilities. You have more strengths, but more vulnerabilities too, and I guess it makes it less easy to dominate, which makes it more challenging, but there's also more to learn, and, you know, I'm old, I don't want to learn anything, you know. Who wants to learn things? Lame. So my thinking is, I think Jading learned something at 36 or something, and maybe that's why I'm keeping him around at this point. It's a neat attack. Swords Dance, you wouldn't normally have it in that slot, but of course we've put it in there deliberately because of the way the moves are learned, so... Should really have put someone else in the daycare while I've got him out. But there's not a lot in it, I suppose. We're only trying to get a scrap of EXP. Especially as you can speed up the emulator and train off screen is not so bad. Kind of makes the... I think people used to get more out of the daycare because they didn't know where they were going in the game. There was a lot of backpedaling and faffing around, you know, so... Okay, what else we got? Yeah, let's get our Haunter back. Right powder's their accuracy, right? So we got some new trainers to beat, and no new Pokemon to catch. Eva's going to be pretty OP for this. There's also, I'm always thinking a lot about what level caps are coming up, because if someone's like going to level, even if they're not the optimum fight, like there comes a point where like Benji would be close to learning his last move, so it might be optimum to get him that move and then Firestone him. Even if he's not the best for the following gym, just that the following gym has a level that would allow him, you know, so there's a lot of like strategy to who you're going to level when you do these level cap rules. Easy magic ups, just, yeah, there's a little, like, no strategy here, I'm not gonna lie, just strengthening them. But there's always, like, I think there's like 2 or 3 trainers who just have magic ups in the whole game, right? Let's go with Eva. Good old Sea King, we've got one of those. Let's see, double battles, right? Swimming family. Would you trust your like teenage daughter to take your like kindergarten age son to like swimming over the sea full of giant jellyfish the size of like fucking cars, like with waves and shit, and like, yeah, he's got a rubber ring, but fucking hell, I guess they got the Pokemon to protect them too. But and these are people who let 10-year-olds go and start a new life, so yeah, there's that. Cedra's cool. Poison Point's fucking annoying. But yeah, he's down at least. Damn, I'm taking a risk here. He's at like half health, but damn, I'm taking a risk again. Sometimes you got to take risks. I'm obviously prepared to fly back. I'm avoiding these guys because I want to get to the Pokemon Center. Because otherwise I've got to retread that ground anyways. 22. This road is always longer than I remember it. And we got to add like horizontal movements to get away from the trainers too. But we made it. And then I realised we can probably fly over, right? I thought it was when you went into the Pokemon Center, but it's not on this version. It's when you get into the area, so we're all good.